In the definition of Samsung, budget phones are those with modest specs and affordable price. That's somewhat true to the Galaxy J7 2016. On the other hand, Xiaomi has pretty much more affordable yet more powerful budget phone definition in the form of Xiaomi Redmi Note 3 Pro. Between these two smartphones, which one will put more value for your money? This is Jade of MoneyShaker.com, and here's our Samsung Galaxy J7 2016 versus Redmi Note 3 Pro review and comparison. On exterior, the Galaxy J7 2016 does not differentiate much itself from previous generation. At least, it has now a legit metal frame, while retaining the removable battery design. It is more solid than the old Galaxy J7, but somehow with dated and boring design. The Redmi Note 3 Pro features metal body with plastic caps on the top and the bottom of the back. It feels more like a top-tier mid-range with a fingerprint scanner on the back, while the Galaxy J7 lacks one. Perhaps the advantage of the Galaxy J7 is the replaceable battery and dedicated microSD card and dual SIM card slots. On Redmi Note 3 Pro, you get to decide for a second SIM slot or for a microSD card. The choice here is between a phone with flexible design and a metal phone with fingerprint scanner. Nonetheless, we get two solid builds here. Both sport a 5.5-inch 1080p Full HD panel. As we already know, the Galaxy J7 has a Super AMOLED, whereas the Redmi Note 3 Pro is on IPS LCD. The colors on Super AMOLED is unbeatable with a slightly punchy output and deeper blacks than the IPS LCD. To top it off, the Galaxy J7 display is also quite brighter. However, the LCD on Redmi Note 3 was still able to produce decent viewing angles and sunlight legibility outdoors. Probably we have two average cameras here, but one is more neutral in colors, and that's the 13-megapixel f1.9 of the Galaxy J7, whereas the Redmi Note 3 has 16-megapixel camera and shows good HDR handling, more saturated and a bit more detailed and brighter shots. In selfie shooting, both have 5-megapixel camera with a wider angle and brighter photos on the Galaxy J7. However, its shots are a little bland and lacking in colors compared to the Redmi Note 3 Pro. The two shoot up to 1080p video with Redmi Note 3 producing more pleasing, naturalistic colors and crisper details. It is in performance that the Redmi Note 3 Pro, with more capable hexa-core CPU and 3GB of RAM, totally beats the Galaxy J7 with octa-core processor and 3GB of RAM. The benchmark scores puts the latter on top with several miles lead. For actual performance, however, the Note 3 Pro only leads a fraction of seconds. The two would handle all games without major hiccups, but the Note 3 Pro is just more powerful, of course. Powering the Redmi Note 3 Pro is a massive 4000 mAh battery, while the Galaxy J7 has a removable 3300 mAh. The battery life on each are pretty close despite the Note having more juice. The reason is probably due to the more optimized touches and slower processor speed. A mono speaker is found on the back of each phone with pretty close loudness and middling quality. There's no rich or high-res audio features built in on each phone though. The 3GB RAM and 1080p model of Galaxy J7 2016 will set you for a little higher at 15,000 pesos, more than the 720p model of the Galaxy J7. For Redmi Note 3 Pro, it's a few thousands cheaper than the two versions of the Galaxy J7. This review proves that the Redmi Note 3 Pro is indeed more superior than the Galaxy J7 in many areas, especially in performance. The Galaxy J7 2016 is a solid mid-range but a little off in pricing despite on the budget category of Samsung. So that's our review. Hope you will like it and give us thumbs up or subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to visit MoneyShaker.com for all related stuff. This is Jade. As always, mabuhay Manila.